It's Saturday night, and I'm wondering how many of your kids are on sleepovers. I wonder how many of you have amazing, fun memories, maybe not such great memories of sleepovers. I have tons of great memories of sleepovers from my childhood and adolescent years. But many of you may have seen that Atlantic article about how so many parents are not allowing their kids to go on sleepovers. Some of you may be parents who are not comfortable with it. Let's break this down together. Why are parents not allowing their kids to go on sleepovers? Well, the article cites things like fear of sexual abuse, fear of bullying, fear of what kids are going to be exposed to in terms of media. And that it can include everything kind of benign from like staying up all night playing video games to things that are less benign, like pornography for young kids. Okay. Yes, when they're really little and we're with them, supervising them, and we can really control their environment, we have this sense of safety that we can protect them. But the minute they start going to preschool or daycare or start having play dates at other people's houses, or even family members are taking care of them, or there are babysitters, we start losing the ability to control every bit of their safety. So we have some options. We can say no sleepovers, but that also means we're probably going to say don't take any risks, right? Like if you're worried about bullying, can't send them to school, can't let them do anything outside of your purview and your care. And we know that that's not healthy for kids. So what do we do? Well, first I want to say, let's think about what's guiding here. What's making the decision for parents who are not allowing their kids to go on sleepovers or do those kinds of things that are a little bit more risky is fear. There is nothing wrong with fear. Fear as a parent is, first of all, reality, but also fear is an emotion, and emotions are there for a reason. Emotions are important. Emotions tell us, pay attention here. Something is important. Something needs to change that's not working for us, or something is crucial or relevant here. Pay attention. So pay attention to your feelings. I'm not saying that we should vilify your fear. You should listen to your fear, but you should not let your fear make the decision. Our fears are sometimes irrational and they lose sight of other risks. Because if we're letting our fear of something bad potentially happening to our children make the decision, we're forgetting about what probably is something we should be more afraid of. And that is that our children are missing out on vital, crucial moments of autonomy, of potential risk taking, of potential opportunities to problem solve. So, what do? Well, number one, do your due diligence. Obviously, make sure environments and people are as safe as they can be. Ask the questions that you need to ask. Ask about guns, ask about water if your child is not water safe yet. Ask about what the family's rules are around bedtimes and media exposure. Ask the questions you need to ask. Do your due diligence. Obviously, don't allow your child to be in a home or a family environment that is truly unsafe, obviously. But it's true that we can't ever fully know that we can 100% trust every environment and every person, even if we know them well. That's true. So this leads me to number two, which is you cannot ensure your child's safety every second of every day, but you can empower and embolden your child to protect themselves. Okay. Number one, listen to your feelings, pay attention to them, do your due diligence. Number two, empower your child to be safe. One of my favorite resources, particularly around body safety, sexual safety, is Patty Fitzgerald's Safely Ever After. So that's her website. Go check it out. She gives you the language to talk about tricky people and giving your child permission that if they don't feel safe, to be able to say no to a grown-up. Okay. If you're a home that emphasizes obedience without questioning, you potentially are putting your child more at risk because they may not feel the freedom to tell another grown-up no or to set a boundary. Okay. The other thing I want to say here, though, is that when we limit and restrict our child because of our fears, a really important guidepost is to ask ourselves, am I saying no here truly for my child's best interest? Or am I saying no here because it makes me feel less anxious? Sometimes as parents, we have to sit in discomfort for the benefit of our child. Sometimes we tell ourselves and narrate, oh, it's to protect my child, but it's actually really, if we're being totally honest and reflecting deeply, we're trying to protect ourselves and give ourselves a false sense of safety and security. We want instead for our children to have developmentally appropriate moments of autonomy and risk-taking. When we say no to those moments, we are risking something else. So it's really important that we ask the right questions, that we look at ourselves, that we accept the reality that we cannot truly 100% protect our children all the time. And I know that's a heavy burden. But what we can do is mobilize and empower our children to be safe people, to keep their own safety in check. So I really want to challenge this fear-based approach that's really common right now of parents limiting their child's autonomy in terms of sleepovers, in terms of sleepaway camp experiences. Yes, there are tricky people out there, but we can empower our children to protect themselves. We can do our due diligence, and we can sit in the discomfort of giving our children experiences of autonomy that communicate to them, I trust that you can handle difficult things. I trust that you can keep yourself safe. I trust that we want to try to trust other people because relationships and connections in our community are vital for our thriving. If we're afraid all the time, our kids are picking up on that, and we may be communicating to them, people can't be trusted. The world is a scary, dangerous place. And sometimes that comes out of our own trauma and our own experiences where that feels true, and it may be true in certain cases. But it's so important that when we have these fears and these things that lead us to restricting our child's autonomy, when it's developmentally appropriate, when the environment is safe enough, that we really take a hard look, that we really ask ourselves, is what I'm worrying about the right thing to be worrying about? Is this fear rational? Is it more about my own protection because I'm so afraid versus what my child actually needs? It's so scary. It's so scary to give our children freedom and to trust that other people will take care of them. But we cannot 100% protect them. So what we want to do is make the best next decision to give them the autonomy and experiences that allow them to have amazing moments of development, of fun, of connection, of memories that are apart from their time with you. And they grow up and they have to be autonomous at some point. Give them experiences along the way for those kinds of pieces of autonomy. It's so important. I trust that you'll know the right thing to do.